So much for the Rams going all in. Since they traded for Von Miller, they are 0-2. Last night was Von Miller's debut, along with Odell Beckham Jr., and it was arguably their ugliest loss of the season, owned by the San Francisco 49ers. Good morning, Christopher. It's
Hello,
PFT
Michael.
Live. Here we are on Peacock, NBCSN Re-Air, Sky Sports at 7 p.m. UK time. Hello to our good friends in the UK and in Ireland. Hello to everyone who listens on the podcast, sees the clips, wherever, whenever, however. Probably not a lot of Rams fans watching today. Probably a lot of media blackouts by Rams fans today. They're not interested in hearing anything that anyone has to say about a team that is quarterbacked by a former Lions quarterback who has brought some of that Lions with him the last couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, listen, I think the big thing last night, and we know we'll get into the specifics, but, I mean, as far as the Rams and what you're talking about right there, I mean, out-coached, out-hit, and just, hey, at the bottom line, like, too much Hollywood bullcrap going on there in L.A. right now. I don't care who you are. You know, I don't. You know, the Cardinals lose on a Thursday night. Everybody looks at the Rams going, ooh, they might be the best team in football. Of course, the Von Miller deal happens, and everything's just been about everything other than football since then. And they were asleep at the wheel, and Matt Stafford didn't play well, of course, against the Titans. And that was the same thing last night. You know, it was more than a Matthew Stafford problem, certainly. I know he didn't get them off to the best start in the world. But either way, I mean, I think there's more to it than just that. And they've obviously been a little into their headlines and how great we're going to be and all that. And they got punched in the mouth last night by the 49ers for sure.
Yeah, a lot more style than substance last night.
Right.
And the way it started, it was exciting. 5-yard pass to Odell Beckham Jr.
Right.
Darrell Henderson with a nice little run. Pass to Cooper Kupp. And then they dial up that deep ball. And the thing I love about the deep ball when you're watching it on TV, you have no idea. And look, that was a nice little 5-yard gain. Here we go. This is the first drive. But here's the play action. When the quarterback drops back and looks down and says, boom, there it goes. You don't know where it's coming down. You don't know. And then it's, uh-oh. Two guys there. Odell Beckham Jr. stops running. Miscommunication of some sort. And that was the gut punch. And it felt like the Rams never recovered from that moment.
No, they were right.
The 49ers turn around with an 11-minute drive, take the lead, and that was it. They never woke up. They like gave up after that first drive. And I'm not saying they quit.
Right, we got
but
you.
It just felt like one team had all the effort, all the desire, all the physicality, and the other team checked out when the plan that they had coming in failed them. They never pivoted to another plan that allowed them to even remotely get back into it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Mike, we talk about this a lot, right? I mean, one team was desperate and has had nothing but negative written about them. Kyle Shanahan's the worst. Jimmy Garoppolo's the worst. The Niners are crap. They've lost, 4 out of 5. Crap. I mean, they hear that. They understand what's being said about them.
Oh, they don't listen to they don't listen to the outside noise.
Of course not. And then on the other, side of that spectrum, even though coming off a loss to the Titans, everybody was telling the Rams, man, you guys are amazing, all the stars, everything. So just the psychological, analysis of that right there tells you that one team was ready to go and ready to fight. The other team kind of was like, hey, we're the Rams. We got stars everywhere. We're just going to show up, and we're going to be good. We're going to be better than you. And, certainly that was not a good play there. The one thing I'll say, too, and I know I'm a little bit of an OBJ defender here, but the one thing, he didn't give up on the route, right? I mean, at least it didn't look like that to me. He's running down the field, and I don't know, Pete, if you could replay that play one more time. But, like, here, he's running his route. He's covered. And, when he looks back, Matthew Stafford's not in the traditional spot. And the replay is even better once we show it. But he turns to his left like it's going to be scramble drill here. I think that's what it was more than anything. Look, he's going. Okay, nobody give me the ball. Look, he stops. He breaks out to the sideline thinking, wait, maybe he ran out that way and he's going to throw me a ball there. It wasn't a give up on the route. I didn't necessarily like how they, put him in on put that on the telecast. Sorry, Mike.
It was definitely a miscommunication.
Yeah.
And I guess if he would have thrown it earlier, he may have had him down the sideline. it didn't look good. And
No, it didn't.
Hey,
It
OBJ
feeds
had
the
a nice
fire.
little
Right.
OBJ had a nice little tackle on the back end, which advances
did.
a
You're
theme
right.
that we'll be discussing later in the program as it relates to quarterbacks making effort after a turnover. But that was a frustration hit too. Look, Sean McVay wanted to drive the fancy new car. I said that yesterday, PFT Live and PFT PM. They're going to use this guy. They are going to make sure that he is added to the offense and that the ball comes his way. And they had that one play, the nifty little design where, they were flaring him out of the backfield. They were putting him in motion. They were forcing the defense to account for him. And he drew enough attention that it popped Cooper Kupp wide open. But that was one play. One play. And then eventually, once they fell behind and they started to kick it into overdrive, no Odell Beckham Jr., because one point they made last night that I thought was fascinating. They had to huddle all the time with OBJ. They couldn't do all their stuff at the line of scrimmage because Beckham is still learning.
Sure.
And that in and of itself tells you maybe he shouldn't have been playing as much as he was. If he's not ready to fit into the Rams offense the way the Rams want to play offense, why is he on the field then? Why not just wait until they come out of their bye week and they go to Green Bay to play the Packers? So it just felt like they were trying too hard to make a splash with OBJ, and when that fell flat, and on top of it, they got their asses kicked up front by the 49ers offensive line.
Yeah.
It just felt like they never could get it going. Now, at one point it was 14-7 and it got a little interesting, but the 49ers never relented on their physicality, and it was just one of those nights.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.